Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsay's Little Library. So I'm here today because I went to the library again. I did. You didn't come with me. I promise you didn't come with me. So I picked up four more books that I want to take a look at, do a little try chapter, and let you know what I think about them. So we'll vlog it along the way. It's going to be fantastic. The 4 books I have the Reading List by Sarah Nisha Adams. When I went to the board meeting, when I picked this up, one of my friends, Amber, saw that and she was like, oh my gosh, that's fantastic. You got to read that book. So I picked that one up. Next one I got was Just Like the Other Girls by Claire Douglas. Looks kind of thrillerish, maybe a little YA. I don't know. Thrillerish. And then I picked up Radar Girls by Sarah Ackerman. World War II, historical fiction, why not? And then this one kind of drew my eye, not because of the cover, because let's just be honest, it's kind of, but it's The Secret Keepers of Old Depot Grocery by Amanda Cox. But just kind of like that turn of the century. So this one takes place 1965, kind of just what life was like. And I believe it's dual timeline. Yeah, it's present day in 1965 and what happens with this family who runs a grocery store. So those are the 4 I grabbed. I will read a chapter if she will let me. Vlog along the way and let you know which ones I think I want to continue with. So let's get going. Okay, book number 1 is done. Radar Girls by Sarah Ackerman. Oh, love it. World War II historical fiction, takes place in Hawaii. And we start out on December 7th, 1941. Yep, the day Pearl Harbor was bombed. So we have our main character, Daisy, who you get a sense that she would just much rather be around animals than people. Very independent, kind of out in the wild kind of girl, kind of loving her right away. The very first chapter starts out, she is fishing and in the ocean when the Japanese attack, and kind of witnesses firsthand how this starts out. So from there, it sounds like, according to the back, she enlists in a top secret program replacing male soldiers in a war zone for the first time. Under fear of imminent invasion, the wards, I don't know what that stands for, it doesn't say, they guide pilots into blacked out airstrips and track unidentified planes across Pacific skies. Sounds like they face some issues. Not everybody thinks that they're up for the job. They have to rise above differences, work side by side despite the resistance and heartache that they meet along the way. She's determined to prove herself worthy. And there we go. Loving it. From radar towers on remote mountaintops to flooded bomb shelters. She'll need her team when the stakes are the highest, because the most important battles are fought and won together. So it sounds like she's forced into working with a team. But I am, seriously, from that very first chapter, want to keep going. So yeah, this might be a contender for one that I keep around. But we have 3 others to read. I'm hoping to get it done today. And go read my next one, and then I'll fill you in on how it goes. So I'll be back. Okay, next up I read a chapter in The Secret Keepers of Old Depot Grocery by Amanda Cox. This is a dual timeline historical fiction, kind of family drama themed. So we have present day as Sarah returns to her childhood home, determined to follow her dreams of running the family business with her mom and her grandma. So when her mom announces that the grocery store is closing, Sarah and her grandma have a plan to save the store. But her mom, Rosemary, is determined to not let Sarah follow in her footsteps. But really nobody knows why. So then we go in the past, 1965. Gloria Ann, who's Sarah's grandmother, confesses to her family that she's pregnant with her deceased fiance's baby. Pressured into a marriage of convenience with a shopkeeper to preserve her family's reputation, she vows never to love again, but some promises are not as easily kept as she imagined. So I like that the historical time period of this is 1965. I haven't read a whole lot of historical fictions taking place in the 60s. So I was drawn to it that way. I was drawn to it just for the family bond created in this Old Depot grocery store, which, you know, in small town tends to be like the center of everything. So I did read the first chapter. It was from Sarah's perspective, so it was present day. I may try to read another chapter just from Gloria Ann's perspective in 1965. I just have run out of time, but so far I think it's cute. I'm still drawn to Radar Girl just because it started out so dynamically, whereas this one is a little bit slower, but definitely still on my radar and gonna keep my eye out for it. So, but now it is time to feed the animals, feed my children, the other animals, do some errands and stuff like that tonight. So I'm gonna have to put the books down and, you know, adult, but I'll keep you updated on how far I get and what I think going from there. So I'll be back. Okay, we're back again. It is the next day and I haven't picked up a book yet. It just kind of was a busy day. I've actually been working on book sleeves. I got a new bookish t-shirt in the mail. I'll talk more about that later. And I just haven't picked up the other two. And it's like, what? I don't know what the problem is. It's like I have to read, what, 2 chapters? But the next one I'm picking up is a book about books. It takes place in the library, and I'm like super, super, super excited for it. So hopefully get that done tonight. I'm on my way to book club. I feel like every time I'm doing a try chapter vlog, I'm on my way to book club. I don't know what that's all about, but must be a thing. So I'm bringing you with me. We're going to a wine bar, so that should be fun. And yeah, so it's gonna be a good day. It's a good day for a good day. But I'll be back shortly with the last 2 books, and then I'll talk more about this awesome sauce t-shirt and, you know, go from there. So check in soon. Okay, we're back. It is Friday night. We have kids jumping on a trampoline. Where are they? They're back there. We have a dog, watching them. I have a cat in the window. It's a great night. I also have a beer. But you guys, this book, okay, it's the reading list by Sarah Nisha Adams, and so it follows 2 characters. We have they're different names. Mukesh, he's a widower, and him and his granddaughter are living together, and they don't have the greatest relationship. So his granddaughter is Alicia. She ends up discovering a list of books that were left behind at the library. The list of books includes, let me find it, To Kill a Mockingbird, Rebecca, The Kite Runner, Life of Pi, Pride and Prejudice, Little Women, Beloved, and A Suitable Boy. And so she decides to read this list of books, and also gets her grandfather interested in the list of books. So they end up going to the library together. They begin this connection between the 2 of them based on reading these books together. Sounds like then people in the neighborhood and the community start reading these books together, and it just kind of really looks at, I like this sentence, the impact, or no, how readers learn how fiction can teach them so much about joy and sorrow in real life. So I am all about this. The one thing, so that's like the dust jacket version. The prologue follows a different character, and his name is Aiden. So I'm not really sure where he fits in the story, but he initially discovered this reading list and left it behind. So I don't know if it grows from there or what, but every chapter, I believe, begins with whatever book is being read. I'm trying to do this one-handed. I shouldn't say chapter, but it goes between perspectives, or multiple perspectives between the grandfather and the granddaughter. But yeah, there's different like sections, like when they read Life of Pi, and when they read To Kill a Mockingbird, and all of that. So this just sounds fantastic. And the prologue describes everything I feel when I'm in a library. Like, it's just so good and so beautiful. So I need this book in my life. I think this would make a really good book club book. I think it's fantastic. So that one is definitely going on my list. So far, that one's higher than any of the other books that I've read. So I'm loving it. And then the t-shirt I was wearing yesterday, the Support Your Local Library, which I wanted to read while reading this book, but then the night got away from me, and I should know better than to think I'm going to go to book club and get home at a reasonable hour and still be able to read, because it never happens. Because book club is so fun, and I think we had 7 people there. It was glorious. What's the matter? She just looks at me. Where is she? There she is. Do you see her? Anyway, so the place that I got the t-shirt from is called Boardwalk. Boardwalk Tees. And they have all different styles. They have all kinds of different bookish related t-shirts. I'll leave a link below. You should definitely check them out. I love it. That t-shirt is so soft and so comfortable, and it's just perfect. I see myself wearing it all of the time. Now where did she go? There she is. So anyways, I'm out here in the chaos. I think we have some storms coming. I'm not sure. The clouds look a little suspicious. But we'll see. So I'll read the last chapter of the last book and let you know what I think about that. But I really think I'm really wanting to pick up the reading list. I can see myself annotating that book like no tomorrow. So, and then I'm going to try to finish the other book I'm reading. So we're just going to stay out here. We're going to hope that the Bucks bring it home tonight. Bucks and 6. So I'm kind of trying not to watch because they tend to do better when I don't. I'm going to drink my beer, watch the kids, and read. I mean, it's perfect Friday night. And watch that dog. So I'll be back. Okay, so that didn't take me long. So this is Just Like the Other Girls by Claire Douglas. So this has blurbs from Gilly McMillan, Gillian McAllister, Emma Curtis, like some decent blurbs on the back. I was strictly a cover buy when I picked this up. So this one sounds creepy. It starts out super creepy. Like the very first little page is like, we find our main character. I don't even know if it's our main character. I don't know who it is. In some sort of precarious position in the fog on this bridge, and she just knows it's not going to be good, and it's not going to be good. So then you go to the next page, and it's an advertisement for basically a companion for an elderly woman named Elspeth Mackenzie. So then you go to your next page, and we have our main character who is answering this advertisement, whatever. And she ends up working with the Mackenzies and has an issue with the daughter that lives there. They don't get along, and Una, which is our main character, starts to realize that there were 2 other girls that lived in this house before her, but nobody will tell her what happened to them, who they were, where they went. It's like they just disappeared. And she starts getting a little too close to the details, and we go from there. So, so very interesting. But I think after reading the beginning chapters of all 4 of these books, I really am interested in Radar Girls. But if I was to pick one right now, it'd be the reading list. Like, I feel like it's going to go a little slower. This is not my usual, like, plot-driven, super fast, action-packed book. But I think just the books in the books and how books affect other people, I think I'm just going to really relate to it really well. So, highly recommend you guys finding the reading list. And if any of you have read it, please let me know if it's totally worth it. Otherwise, Radar Girls is the other one on my list. So, those were the 4 books I picked up from the library. I'm excited. I love doing this because it just gives me a little taste into each of them. I gotta go take care of a dog. Anyways, thanks for coming and checking out my crazy life for a little bit. And yeah, I'll definitely do it again. So I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.